Neonatology is a relatively new field in pediatrics.
But how does neonatology differ from pediatrics? We're responsible for both lives, so the risks are higher. So what conditions does the first doctor create? Some congenital defects require immediate surgical intervention within the first hours or days after birth.
После рождения ребенку новорожденному требуется хирургическое вмешательство.
Neonatology is a truly unique field of medicine. Neonatologists are with their tiny patients from the very first moments of life, and in some cases, they even provide care before birth, while the baby is still in the womb. It's difficult to call neonatologists specialists with narrow expertise. Their knowledge spans many areas of medicine, from genetics to endocrinology, helping them care for the child both before and after birth.
Я являюсь мамой недоношенного малыша. Нас зовут Ансар.
My name is Aygirim, and I'm the mother of a premature baby, Ansar. I was diagnosed with a severe preeclampsia, which led to an early delivery. That's why I was under close monitoring at the Mother and Child Center. My obstetrician decided to refer me here urgently. I spent several days in intensive care, during which preparations were made to ensure everything was in place for my baby's early birth.
Чтобы подготовиться к раннему рождению малыша.
Неонатология – это достаточно молодая дисциплина вообще в педиатрии.
Neonatology is a relatively new field in pediatrics, established in 1976 with the creation of the first neonatology department. Since then, medical schools training pediatricians and those aiming to specialize in neonatology have been offering education through this department.
Неонатологами они обучались на этой кафедре. Просто, наверное, видеть
There's something truly special about caring for a tiny newborn, watching them grow and thrive. It's incredibly rewarding to see them leave the hospital as a healthy, flourishing child.
Выписывается здоровым, полноценным ребенком.
Мы отвечаем за обе жизни, поэтому и риска больше.
We're responsible for both lives, so the risks are higher. We're concerned about both the mother and the baby. We never choose one life over the other. Our goal is to find the best approach for both the mother and the fetus.
Стараемся подбирать наилучшую тактику, которая будет благоприятна и для матери, и для плода. Допустим, если бы
For example, if there is a condition that requires early delivery, we base our decision on the mother's health. But if the pregnancy is extremely preterm, we do everything we can to prolong it, ensuring the baby's survival. We also work on strategies to help the baby's lungs develop, so they're more viable at birth. So it's never a matter of choosing between the mother's life and the child's life. The decision is always made in favor of both.
Или жизнь ребенка, то есть всегда решается в пользу обоих.
Neonatologists give special care to premature babies, helping them catch up with full-term newborns and ensuring they develop healthily.
This is my second pregnancy. My first went smoothly, but with this one, I delivered prematurely due to health complications. I had no idea that babies could be so tiny until I experienced it firsthand. It wasn't until I found myself in the situation that I truly understood how small some babies can be. My baby was born weighing just 900 grams at 26 weeks. When I first walked into the intensive care unit, all I could think was, how is this going to turn out? Will he survive or not? But thank God we remained hopeful. I delivered at a different hospital initially, but we were later transferred here to the Mother and Child Center.
К нам в отделение поступают новорожденные дети, которые родились преждевременно.
Our department cares for premature newborns born at 22 to 23 weeks or later.
These babies typically weigh between 500 and 700 grams at birth.
We also treat infants who've suffered severe asphyxia during delivery, those with critical heart conditions, and babies born with surgical needs, such as congenital defects in the lungs, gastrointestinal tract, or central nervous system. All of these babies come to our center and are then transferred to the newborn pathology department.
Желудочно-кишечного тракта или порог центральной нервной системы, эти все дети поступают к нам в центр народоразрешения, и, соответственно, они переходят уже в отделение патологии новорожденных.
Роды даже при низком риске могут стать сложными, потому что
Even low-risk births can become complicated. A pregnancy may progress perfectly, and labor may start smoothly, but problems can still arise during delivery. It's not just about caring for the most critically ill patients. Sometimes even a routine delivery can become difficult. That's why we constantly assess the risks at every stage.
тяжелые, поэтому мы всегда должны определять степень риска на любом этапе.
Существуют определенные врожденные пороки развития, при которых первые часы, сутки.
Some congenital defects require immediate surgical intervention within the first hours or days after birth. These mainly include conditions affecting the front of the abdomen, such as gastroschisis and amphaloceal.
Так называемые патологии гастрошиз, амфалоцелия. Это когда, простыми словами если говорить,
Simply put, this means there is a hole around the belly button, through which organs that should be inside the abdomen are located outside. These babies need surgery within the first hours or days of life.
полости, они уже заложены так. Этих детей первые часы, сутки жизни необходимо оперировать.
The neonatology department is equipped with the latest technology, including incubators that maintain stable temperature and humidity, and ventilators for respiratory support. This allows doctors to monitor even the slightest changes in a baby's condition and respond immediately.
То есть это и МРТ, это и КТ новорожденных.
We use advanced technologies like MRI and CT scans specifically for newborns, as well as ultrasound to examine the heart, gastrointestinal tract, and brain. These tools allow us to make precise diagnoses. We also use high-frequency ventilators for respiratory support, including one that delivers nitric oxide, designed for babies with persistent pulmonary hypertension. Additionally, we have EEG machines for newborns, which can be used for extended periods, up to 3 hours or more, ensuring we don't miss anything, especially during neonatal seizures.
Которые можно длительно 3 часов и более применять для того, чтобы не пропустить, допустим, при неонатальных судорогах.
У нас имеется отделение для хирургии новорожденных.
Our center also has a dedicated department for newborn surgery, which includes its own intensive care unit. What makes this department unique is its multidisciplinary approach. We have a team of surgeons, ophthalmologists, neonatologists, intensivists, specially trained nurses, medical assistants, and orderlies, all working together to provide the best care for our little patients.
Медсестер, специально обученных профессионалов, медбратьев, санитаров.
У нас всегда все спокойно, хорошая такая атмосфера.
Everything here is calm, the atmosphere is great, and the medical staff is always quick to respond when needed. They help with things like cleaning his nose and more.
When he was born, he weighed 1,600 grams and was 41 centimeters long.
Now he gained weight and is about 2,300 grams. Even when we were transferred from the ICU, he weighed 1,800 grams. In just 2 weeks here, he's already gained weight, and I'm happy to say we've now come off oxygen. We came here needing it, but today marks our 3rd or 4th day without it. He's breathing on his own now, which is a huge milestone for both him and the medical team.
Работа и моего ребенка, и медперсонала.
В нашем отделении дети находятся столько времени, сколько...
In our department, babies stay as long as they need. We don't base discharge on weight or other parameters. Newborns can go home when they're breathing on their own, when they can suckle on their own, and when they've gained weight.
Когда они самостоятельно дышат, то есть на самостоятельном дыхании, когда они самостоятельно сосут, и когда у них хорошая прибавка в весе. Дело в том, что недоношенный ребенок, который родился...
Premature babies born at 26 to 27 weeks have a long journey ahead. They start with respiratory support, artificial ventilation, and then move to a CPAP and oxygen supplementation. These babies can stay with us for 60, 70, or even 100 days.
Получает дотацию кислорода, и он может находиться у нас в отделении и 60 дней, и 70, и 100 дней.
Surgery for newborns and premature babies in Kazakhstan is advancing rapidly. Today, we are able to perform surgery within the first hour of life, and the recovery period for those children doesn't end after 28 days, as the protocol suggests. As neonatologists explain, a tiny patient stays in the department for as long as they need.
Последние десятилетия, вот 10-20 лет, развивается то, что вы говорите, малоинвазивная хирургия.
In the past 10 to 20 years, minimally invasive surgery has made great strides. This includes procedures like thoracoscopy and laparoscopy, where we no longer need large incisions. Instead, surgeries are performed through small punctures, using special instruments, all under video guidance.
Под видеонаблюдением проводятся такие же операции. Безусловно, это дает не только хороший косметический эффект, но и быстрое восстановление пациента, меньше болевого синдрома. Также стоит отметить значительный прогресс в области неонатальной службы.
Not only does this provide better cosmetic results, but it also speeds up recovery and reduces pain for the patient. There has also been significant progress in neonatal care, especially in managing these delicate patients. This involves preparing them for surgery, administering anesthesia, and providing expert care from specialized staff. This comprehensive approach allows us to care for these tiny patients after surgery.
Таких маленьких пациентов после операции.
Вы знаете, все дети, которые выписываются у нас, в большинстве своем случаев они все приходят к нам.
Most of the children who leave our center come back to visit. There's an International Day for Premature Babies, and on that day, parents, grandparents, they all know we're expecting them. We host an open house, and the children come in for checkups with specialists, like ophthalmologists and neurologists, to monitor their progress. It's essentially a wellness check.
К окулистам, я не знаю, к неврологам, по своему состоянию, практически это профосмотр детей. И они приходят к нам и показывают все свои достижения. Они и танцуют, и поют. У нас есть...
They come to show off their achievements, they dance, they sing. We even have a young man, about 16 or 17, who's a champion swimmer in his age group. Our kids are incredibly talented, and we're so proud of their successes.
Достаточно какие-то талантливые. И они нам показывают, и мы радуемся их успехам, и это очень прекрасно.
Олар да бізді асыға күтуде. Енді Алла қаласа біздің де жаңағы.
Our family is eagerly waiting for us at home. God willing, it won't be long before we can join them. Going through this journey has been significant, especially knowing that every child's story is unique. Every child's path is different, but here we can at least smile a little. We joke that we might leave here as medical experts ourselves. Because as soon as you arrive, they ask, what changes have you noticed in your child? Of course, the specialists know the child's history inside out, but they will still ask you. And looking at our child, we can say, today he's smiling, or today he did this. Sharing these little milestones, we are so grateful for everything.
Бүгін күледі, бүгін өйтеді деген сияқты жаңалықтарымызбен бөлісіп отырамыз. Үлкен алғысым шексіз.
Neonatology, though a relatively young field in medicine, has saved thousands of children across Kazakhstan. Behind every first breath, every first cry, and every first kilogram, There is a dedicated team of doctors from the neonatology department